Hola. That's a lemur tail.
Yeah.
Adios. Hasta luego.
Hey, I'm Everett,
Hi, I'm Venecia.
and this is our first Chapultepec episode of Exploring Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So we were actually going to try to do one video on Chapultepec and Reforma because we're crazy, and in retrospect, there's no way that would have worked because in Chapultepec alone, which is one of the largest city parks in the entire world, there's so many spots there, and we realized we could literally do a whole episode on each little bit of it, and same for Reforma.
Yeah, to be fair, even I have lived in Mexico City for most of my life. Like, I didn't understand how big Chapultepec was until like when we did.
Yeah, we went there and I was like, oh hey, we were in Canada before we came here, let's go see the Canadian totem pole. And she's like, there's not a Canadian totem pole in
There
Chapultepec.
is.
There is.
Spoilers.
Sure, we'll get to that. Yeah, so this is going to be the, and I never know how to say this, but the Zoológico de Chapultepec? Zoológico, which just means Chapultepec Zoo. So why don't you tell us first about just Chapultepec overall?
One of the biggest city parks in the world. It's pretty much like forest. And yeah, there's the Chapultepec Castle, which I think it's my favorite thing that I've been to. I love the zoo, but also there's the Chapultepec Castle, there is the zoo, there's the lake. I think there are a couple of lakes, one is like significantly bigger than the others.
They're actually called Lago Mayor and Lago Minor. See,
Yeah.
literally big lake and small lake. Yeah, as you mentioned, there's a castle there. We'll definitely do an episode on that. And yeah, other than that, like mostly it's a big forest with a bunch of stuff. It's actually called the.
There's a fair there, like a theme park, like Six Flags, but
Yeah.
smaller. So it's really big.
It's so big that you can be like, I didn't even know that like we were in a forest. It's like, hey, somewhere in this forest there's an amusement park that you can't even see or hear. So it's actually called the Bosque de Chapultepec, which just means like forest of Chapultepec. And what does Chapultepec mean?
I think Chapultepec means land of the crickets. So yeah, it's from Nahuatl, I believe.
Which is why it doesn't sound like Mexican.
Spanish.
Yeah, Mexican.
Mexican.
I guess Nahuatl's more of a Mexican language than
Yeah.
Spanish is. So the Zoológico de Chapultepec specifically, it was founded on the 6th of July in 1923 by a famous Mexican biologist, Alfonso L. Herrera.
Alfonso L. His middle name. But yeah, Alfonso Herrera, which is the name of a really famous actor right now.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you don't know much about those things. He's friends with Diego Luna.
Who was in Rogue One,
See.
which I should watch.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
So founded in 1923, it actually opened in 1924, so it's like 90 years old or whatever. But the idea of zoos in Mexico is actually way older than that. Apparently it was a Aztec tradition.
Yeah, actually I didn't know this until you told me, but the Aztecs, before the Spanish came, they had zoos. The Chapultepec Zoo, it's supposed to be exactly where the Moctezuma was the Aztec emperor. And yeah, they had one big zoo right there where the Chapultepec Zoo is right now.
Yeah, so I don't actually know if the Aztecs were the first people to have the concept of zoo, probably not, but I do know that when the Spanish conquistadors first came to Tenochtitlan and saw that the Aztec Emperor Moctezuma was keeping all these strange animals from all over the continent, it was definitely a new idea to them. They were very impressed by the idea. In 1980, the Chapultepec Zoo did something very special. What did they do?
Well, they
Bread.
Pandas, pandavers. So
Yeah.
they are the first and only, I think,
Yeah, so in 1980 they were the first zoo in the world to successfully breed the giant panda, and today in 2017 is 2017.
Outside of Asia, of course.
Yeah, so they're still the only zoo outside of China that has ever bred giant pandas.
It's awesome.
There was actually, apparently I haven't heard it, but apparently in Mexico there was a popular song in the 1980s about the breed of the pandas.
I haven't heard it either. We should
Yeah, we should look it up.
Exactly. Yeah, like at the zoo they even have like, it's one of their main things, so they have like this mural with a family tree for the birds that they bred there. And
Yeah.
that's exciting.
It's really cool. You can actually look it up. They have a whole family tree and like history of the panda family. They all have names. And actually, by the time we got there just as the zoo was closing, and we only saw one. I'm pretty sure the other ones were off like breeding at that moment. So
It's free.
that is true. So history in motion, I guess.
It was the last thing we saw.
Yeah, the pandas were the last thing we saw.
And then they kicked us out.
And we also saw, obviously there were a lot of animals there from all over the world that have nothing to do with Mexico, but we did see a couple that were kind of key to Mexico. One of them, one of your favorite animals, were the axolotes.
I love the axolotes.
Why don't you tell us about the axolotes?
Well, the axolotes are like mud puppies, so they're some kind of amphibian. And
They're actually, I was looking up like the species they have. Apparently they're the only species of amphibian that they have at that zoo.
I think so. But yeah, they are becoming very popular as pets. Actually, I've seen.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of YouTubers that are like, oh yeah, like this is the habitat of my axolotl. They are American YouTubers, of course. And yeah, but it's not advisable to have them as pets because they are very delicate.
They do look like
They're always happy. They look like they're always smiling.
They're also, like I said, kind of important to Mexico. Well, Aztec folklore, actually. Aztec or Maya?
Aztec.
Right. So you've probably heard of the god Quetzalcoatl. It was when everyone thought the world was going to end because of the Mayan calendar, that they would always show pictures of the Aztec calendar and say this is the Mayan calendar that predicted that the world was going to end because Quetzalcoatl was going to come back in 2012 or whatever. A less well-known god is Quetzalcoatl's twin brother, Xolotl, who is actually a death god. I don't know anything about him other than that. I don't know if you...
No, not much. According to what I read at the zoo, he took many forms, and one of those forms was the axolote.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Kind of. I found it a little weird that a major god would choose to look like a salamander.
Sure. Yeah. I just mean it makes sense in that they're named that. Were they named after him or was he named after them?
I think they were named after him.
That would make more sense.
See.
So yeah, the axolote is named after the death god Xolotl, and kind of makes it morbid that they're always smiling so much, but we'll move past that.
I love it.
We also saw the black-tailed rattlesnake, or you're the biologist, the Crotalus molossus. Which is a species of venomous pit viper. It's also supposed to be
The snake that is shown in the Mexican flag. How do you call it? Drawing that is blue. That's the name in Spanish.
I don't actually know the name for it. Just the design on the Mexican flag. I'm sure you're probably familiar with it. Even if you don't know the story, you've probably seen the flag. It's like the red, white, and green, like the Italian flag, but in the middle there's a eagle on a cactus eating a snake.
What a cool story.
Yeah, the simple version of it is that like the Nahuatl, the Aztecs, when they were coming down from the north, their god, not Xolotl, a different god, told them that they would have found their civilization at the spot where an eagle was seen eating a snake on top of a cactus, and then they apparently saw that vision here in the center of Mexico City.
In the middle of a lake.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, that sounds practical, let's found our city right
Well,
here.
they had a natural moat, so
Yeah.
each of those, it's not just like a bird and the cactus, like they actually have specific species. So the cactus is a nopal cactus or a prickly pear cactus. The eagle, it's a golden eagle, which is also the official bird of Mexico. The snake is a little more contested because the design of the flag has actually evolved and changed over the years. And currently, the snake, like it's actually, if you look at the design and color of the snake, it's not actually any real identifiable snake that does exist. But originally it was the black-tailed rattlesnake. So that's cool that we actually saw the snake that was on
And
the
we
flag.
saw one that was very proud to be.
Yeah, he was very proud of his rattle. I don't think we saw a golden eagle. We did see nopal cactuses, but those are everywhere in Mexico.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of time to see everything because it closes at 4 and we got there a little late. And
Yeah, our Uber driver had no idea where he
Yeah.
was going.
yeah, we were lost for like an hour. So we missed the birds part. We missed a few other things. There was like a insect too. I don't know how to.
The Mariposarian.
Yeah.
Like they literally had a whole like habitat for butterflies, but we just did an episode where we went to see the butterflies in Michoacan, so I guess it's
Yeah.
not that big a deal. The insectarium also had like tarantulas that they would let you hold, and I'm glad we didn't go there because she would have made
We
me hold a
wanted to.
tarantula, and I don't like those. So then we also saw, and no one would believe us, but we actually had pictures and videos to prove it. So we saw like a bunch of animals kissing, which is
That was weird.
not something you think animals do, but we saw like what, camels and gazelles and like
I think we saw most of the animals they kissed at some point.
I know, which is yeah, like you'll see the pictures and footage. We're not making this up. We also saw, we made a video of this already, a dancing culebra, which again, no one believed us. They were like, oh yeah, sure, I'm sure it like wiggled a little bit. Like no, it actually dances.
See, now I love it. I love the dancing culebra. It was probably one of my favorite parts.
Speaking of favorite parts, what was your favorite animal that you saw at the zoo?
The monkeys. I
I
love the monkeys.
kind of thought so, yeah.
Yeah.
Any specific species or just all monkeys?
Well, there was a sad monkey,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt very connected to that monkey.
That's true. We saw. Do you remember which species? Just some kind of chimp?
I think it was spider monkey.
Spider monkey, right? Because they were doing like acrobatics. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the other monkeys were like very happy playing around, and that monkey was just hugging.
And it was like all the like other monkeys. It was sitting on a ledge, and the other monkeys would literally just like walk past it and like not acknowledge it.
So sad.
And then we were there like hanging out with it, and then as soon as we got it to go, like it actually started like crying. And it
No,
was-
I don't know. It did. It was so sad, but I loved it. I loved the monkey, the axolote, and the dancing culebra.
of course.
You?
Yeah, for me, I really like the snow leopard. And just in general, all the big cats have always been pretty much my favorite animals. We saw lions, like tigers.
The lions kissed.
Yeah, that's true. And then I think they were fighting because the male literally went off to a corner and just started roaring at nothing. So he was having a bad day.
But yeah, I think the kiss was after, so they made
Oh,
up.
well, that's good.
That's good. Good for them.
Thanks for joining us for this episode. Next time, I don't actually know which part of Chapultepec we're doing, but there will be something.
Yeah, probably not the castle because we just went. But
That's true. What's your favorite part of Chapultepec?
the castle.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's a grave, like a biggest graveyard in Mexico is there, where like a lot of dead famous people are. So maybe
can go
we'll
there.
go there.
We tried to, but we couldn't find it. It was too
That's
far.
true.
It's too big.
Another cool thing about Chapultepec is a lot of the attractions are completely free. Like I'm pretty sure the graveyard's free. The zoo was actually free, which kind of blew my mind because like in Canada you have to pay like $100 to go to a zoo. So yeah.
And it was so nice.
So yeah, if you're in Mexico, Mexico City, swing by the zoo. It was a good day. Get there early because you can't see it all in 5 hours, which we tried to do.
It's really big.
Yeah.
That's it.
So thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Ay, ¿cómo se llamaba esa serie?
Ahí los tienen muy. Ay, mira.